Hello, hello, hello.
It is way too early for me.
Finally, a podcast that's convenient for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's the sacrifices that I make. It's Eurovision, whatever.
So true.
I'm gonna get used to podcasting at like 2 a.m. my time. And like honestly, it's fine. But
Right.
welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we usually put the real and the tea in reality, but you can still always come to us first to quench your thirst. New intro things. I'm still remembering to do it, but I like it. I'm
Love
Logan
it.
Murphy. I say something gay. Gay, we are drinking crack tea because that's what I do. Today's it's like a blackberry citrusy lemonade situation, and it's very good.
Cute. I'm Lewis. I'm a canny laddie from Manny.
You have to think about your
and
name there, my dear.
I did have to. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of these. So I haven't done my intro in a while. No Sam today.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's just the two of us.
Right, just the two of us.
If we try, just the two of us. I don't have to worry about copyright because we don't have enough subscribers. Yeah, it's just the two of us today, and
No Sam.
yeah, no Sam.
Okay, you can come out from hiding now.
Hi.
What?
What? Oh my god.
Were they under there the whole time? You just didn't know?
They've been hiding out.
Yeah.
Good.
No. I've just been hiding out from in my suitcase. You know.
Work.
It is I, Aneesa Long, your fellow friendly, trans, non-binary, Filipino Canadian, mentally unstable, hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scarborough, if you want to be specific. Whole word, if you want to be more specific than that. And today in my lovely coffee.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have water. Sorry, Logan, you were saying.
Oh, and on site in good old Manchester.
Manchester.
In the words of Pia Maria, people thought it was a hologram, but I'm real.
They're together, and I'm feeling extra FOMO, but it's fine. It's fine.
I'd rather be where you are.
Wow.
Right, give me that USA weather.
No, you
Listen,
don't.
it's been fine.
It's really nice.
It's been fine.
Honey, it's gonna hit like 33, 34, 35 C soon. You don't want to be here.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll stay here.
But I also live in a desert. Like you have to remember, like my temperatures are like 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit more than the average of the country. Anyway, we're not here to talk about weather. We're here to talk about the fact that Lewis and Aneesa are together, and I'm jealous. And also, we are talking about the first batch of second rehearsals. So we've gotten a full batch of rehearsals from everybody as of today, at the time we're filming, which is Thursday, the day that you're watching this, probably, because I'm uploading it the same day.
Cute.
For once, I'm doing things on time.
May the fourth be with you.
Yes. But so we have first rehearsals from everyone except for the big six. We have second rehearsals from semifinal one. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Cute.
So I, for one, am thrilled. So we'll be doing another video once the semifinal two little snippets drop. We'll be doing another video on that. But it's time to start our Eurovision coverage because guess what? It's literally next fucking week.
Literally, so it's crept on us so quick.
I was like
it feels.
All of a sudden, I was like,
feels like
going to the UK. Like, what is happening?
It feels like yesterday we were all in that like jazzed up Ukrainian bunker, waiting to see who our for this year is, and now we're here.
It's wild, and yeah, we're here. It's already happening. The next 2 weeks are literally the busiest weeks I've had in the last like 3 years. Of course. Because if you are American, DragCon is next weekend, and the first day or the second day of DragCon is literally the day of the Eurovision final. So I will fully be working DragCon while also having the Eurovision final on, which I think is acceptable because I'm working for an Australian queen. So I think, provided Australia qualifies, I think she won't care. What?
Who is it?
Oh,
Give them a shout out.
It's Minnie Cooper, friend of the podcast. Love you dearly, you fucking cunt. I'm very excited to be working her booth at DragCon. But I'm gonna be like, Minnie, I hope you understand. I will be watching the Eurovision final while working your booth. Like, this is not a negotiable thing. I'm really hoping. Side tangent on drag. Go check out all of our drag content if you haven't. But Beverly Kills from Drag Race Down Under season 2 was on Twitter, and she was like, "Is anyone going to be watching Eurovision?" And I was like, "I'll be watching it." And she's like, "Is there like a Eurovision like watch time?" I'm like, "No, baby. Americans don't care. Americans don't give a single fuck about Eurovision." So I'm probably going to DM her and be like, "Hey, so I'm working Minnie's booth. I will be watching the Eurovision final. Come through." I can message you when scores are being read. Like, come through. Especially because Minnie performs on the main stage Friday. So Saturday will be a lot of, I honestly don't know yet. But anyway, if you're going to be at DragCon instead of Eurovision, come say hi. I'm at Minnie Cooper's booth. I don't remember the number, but we're in a corner. We're literally in a corner of the fucking... Anyway. Rehearsals. So we got second rehearsals from all of our semifinal one contestant country thing words. So we're going to talk about them, the 30-minute snippets that the delegations chose to show, some of them very strategically shown. I have one in particular where I'm going to read the fuck out of them. I think we're all going to read the fuck out of one in particular. But yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then I think we are going to do our who's qualifying, who's not.
Sure.
Yeah.
How many people are qualifying again?
10 out of 15.
In the semifinal.
Yeah.
It's the same as it always is, my love. So
yeah, I just forget. Like,
valid.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since we had a Eurovision final. You know, it was like last year.
Right.
It is.
It's like almost a year to the day. No, this one's earlier this year, isn't it?
If
it feels like it.
It feels like it's always the second week of May.
The second
last
week
year,
of May, I guess.
Because last year, my birthday fell on the first day. No, it is the same weekend then. Because this year my birthday is on Wednesday of next week. So yeah, it is the same weekend. Yeah, whatever. Let's just dive in.
Let's get into it.
Dive in.
We're starting strong. Obviously, we're going in. What?
Before we go into any of this, these hearts are not working.
No, I wanted them to work so much.
These hearts are not working. Like, when there's so many countries that use the colors red, white, and blue in their flag, there's only so much you can do with it.
I to this day, and I've gone back and looked at other like media packages for other Eurovisions in the past, I will stand in my truth that the 2022 media package for Eurovision, like the Italians did such a great job with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The like rhythm pattern thing that we used literally all last year for everything, that was so smart. And I wish that the BBC had done something a little bit different. I think this is fine. I do agree with you. I don't think the hearts work. And I think honestly the heart should be shifted with the country flag in the front.
That I agree with that. But also I feel like I don't know if the BBC is very like strict. Like, it feels like the BBC just has like, oh, that's just the one shade of blue we're gonna use for every country with the blue flag in it, with blue in its flag. Right. Like the shade of blue that's like for Norway, like that's not the right shade of blue.
No.
Did you hear that fire alarm test?
No, I didn't.
No,
I
there
did.
was a fire. There was a fire alarm test that just went off.
Good. I didn't hear it either. So
Okay.
But let's
Anyway, Norway.
Alessandra, Queen of Kings, opening our Eurovision year. I'm gonna be honest. I think she is a safe qualifier. However, what we saw, I was a little disappointed.
They're doing the test again. Now
I can hear it.
Right.
That's like louder than the first time. Okay.
I think safe is the word to describe this performance. It doesn't feel very imaginative. Doesn't feel like it feels like from MGP to now they haven't done anything more creatively to make it look like a bigger occasion than MGP.
Have they done anything? Respectfully, like I completely agree, but I also feel like her vocal quality is the exact same from MGP.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
she can't. She's always a little flat in that lead up. Her name is she, Queen of the Kings. Like she's flat every time on that. We heard that in MGP.
Mhm.
We've heard it in the pre-parties because I think she did Israel, was it, or did she do Madrid? I don't remember.
She did a fair amount of them. If not,
Did she do a
She
couple? I know.
She
Some
did
people
London.
a lot. Some people have been doing like none of them. So
I think
I'm like,
she did London. I believe she did Barcelona.
I think so. It's just
and Madrid.
It's a little frustrating because I just don't feel like there's any improvement in the vocal quality.
She looks tired in that TV footage we got.
She does. It's unfortunate because I do really think with some improvement and with like a little bit better staging. I mean, I hope the rest of the staging is a little bit better.
There's one difference that I've seen, and that's only because this is something that they didn't have in MGP. But you know how there's the LEDs on the floor?
That's my favorite part of what we saw.
So the bridge. During the bridge, where it like lights up like a fire, it like lights a path like a fire. It's like a fire that just spreads to the middle. Yeah, I did like that, but beyond that, there's nothing else that's changed.
Yeah, because did they not incorporate that during MGP as well? Except it was just like the front row of the stage.
It was the front. It was it was like a little. It was like a flash of lights, but it wasn't really like. I think they did it more with spotlights because they had a lot of spotlight stuff happening. Because if you remember Ulrika's performance, like they used the spotlight there. I think it was an orange spotlight at that point.
Yeah,
I like what they've done with that. It just I'm hoping that they're showing us an underwhelming snippet, so that way we're more excited when it actually happens.
I also feel like it was. To me, this was the one that came to mind when we were talking about like, strategically like placing like those 30.
Oh, I have another one that is.
That's just before the whistle. No, I feel like that's just before the climax.
If that was me, if I was deciding, I would not have shown that because that feel. I would not.
Has she dropped in the odds at all? No.
That surprised me. If I would not have chose that 30-second clip if I wanted to show off.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have chosen that too either.
Yeah. Fun fact: we have a new last place.
Oh.
Romania.
That doesn't surprise me, but
it doesn't surprise me. I
think it deserves better though.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
What does surprise me on a slight tangent on odds? Ireland is higher in the odds than Georgia, Cyprus, Estonia, Portugal, Lithuania, Belgium, Denmark, and Malta, and Albania.
Because of that Twitter shit.
I feel like it's yeah.
Yeah, Norway's still 6th in the betting odds. So
right.
Good for her, I guess.
I mean, she's consistently been in the top 10, and like honestly, I think. I don't know. I'm hoping that the performance is much better, but at this point, I don't I see her qualifying. I think she's one of the few in this semifinal that I'm like, absolutely, she's gonna qualify.
Completely, yeah.
I just don't see this anywhere above the top of the right side of the table, if I'm being honest.
No.
Fair. I will say, on a more positive note, I do enjoy kind of the improvement on the costume. I don't know. I really
Beautiful.
I love the emerald green. Like the
It
green
looks so good on her.
The green looks so good.
I remember she kind of talked more in depth about it on TikTok with her interview with Timur, because I was watching it while we were making our way to Manchester. But yeah, no, it was just so fun fact. She actually made the song at a camp at a similar.
There's a lot of those.
Similarly to Tay and
Yeah,
she was also at one of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was just she just very much wanted to keep on the brand with this kind of like goddess, mighty woman kind of theme. And I really enjoy it. So
I love how you always use your hands in.
On a side note, Maxi Rainbow actually said something logical and smart.
I love Maxi.
I don't.
Okay,
Malta! The busker dance our own party.
I love this performance.
I just know he's gonna use that like butt plug. The butt plug part of the
what?
stage.
Hold on, what?
Okay, sorry. I've talked about this with you before, Lewis. The stage looks like a butt plug.
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual butt plug was a prop.
No,
I was like,
So that's
I know he's gonna
this year's booty hole son. We're from booty hole son to
I thought you meant that they have a butt plug as a prop.
No,
I was
no.
like,
You
what?
know, I wouldn't. It's Malta. I wouldn't be surprised. No, I
What kind
adore
of party are they going to?
I adore this staging. I'm just so mad we're not going to see this on Saturday night.
I'm still ready for it.
I think it could be a dark horse.
It does give dark horse energy.
I don't know. There's a couple of other countries where I just think, like, especially because I honestly do think this would be very successful in the juries. Yeah. And I just don't think this is a country that I feel like is going to be very hurt by not having a jury in the semis.
Right.
Like, am I gonna vote for Malta? Probably.
I thought it was more of a televote song than a jury song.
No, I think it comes down to the cleanliness of what they're doing, because it's very clean, it's very precise, but that's what we know Malta to do now in this like newer area. I would say honestly since like Chameleon, we've seen this like really sharp, really clean staging from Malta every year.
Yeah.
I think yeah, for sure, because now I feel like it's going on a slow but at the same time gradual incline, because we saw the success of Chameleon, we saw the success of Destiny with Jimacast, and now it's kind of going downhill with I Am What I Am.
I really wanted a kind of performance that had this elaborate staging.
Yeah.
Like with like all these different, and the way that they use the staging with the graphics that they've got with the like act 1, act 2, act this, that. I love that.
I loved that from MESC. That was one of the things that Sam and I talked about after MESC, was just like that. I loved that. I thought that honestly contributed a lot to why they won.
Yeah,
I feel like because watching when we talked about MESC and all that, I remember one of the critiques I mentioned was that, you know, there were points where kind of those like act 1, act 2 kind of slides took there for a long time, probably because there might have been some screw up, but it does seem like it's a lot more clean now. They've improved on kind of their execution of it, and I'm actually very excited to see this on stage.
If they don't bring the cardboard cutout of Destiny to the Eurovision stage, I'm going to be so mad, and I'm not going to vote for them. This is
I
my
want them to get
ultimate in Malta.
The three cardboard candles they had there.
As part of the rest of the world voting.
Destiny needs to do that.
They need to bring Kiara there.
I want them to have some sort of UK. Give us a charity shop Sue cutout. Give us a.
Do you think May would be camp enough to do that? Because honestly, I think she would.
Wait, no, May would.
May would.
May would be camp enough. May would be camp enough to bring charity shop Sue on the stage because Sue would do it.
Have you been watching her videos?
Yes, of course I have.
Oh my god! I like her video with Let 3. Let 3 was so good. I am convinced Let 3 thought she was just a normal person and not just a character.
Oh, 100%, and not the host country singer. Anyway, this is not a discussion of May. We will get to her in a future video. Malta, I'm happy you're here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
you got drawn just the shittiest draw.
Yeah.
And I just feel so bad.
I wish they were in the second.
Because then we have Serbia, and Luke just slays this performance.
Absolutely.
Completely.
The video game graphics on screen.
I fucking love that. The bar at the bottom and yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, because in their Serbian performance, like it wasn't like full on graphics. It was just kind of on
the screen on the
screen.
Yeah.
It translates so well here.
I will say the one thing that I'm not in love with is just having the monster video game figure in the background on like the backing LED, which I'm happy to have this year, unlike last year. And
the stage works. It completely spins around and goes out.
It's because the BBC put it together. They can put things together that work.
Exactly.
So, no, I think, honestly, there's a couple countries now that I feel like have a shot at maybe sneaking into the top 10 of the final. I honestly think Luke has a shot there.
Yeah.
Because I think he pretty safely qualifies out of this semifinal. Third is not a bad spot to be in.
No, it's not. It worked for Monica last year.
Especially because he's sandwiched between two very different songs. So I think he's going to stand out a lot.
For sure.
I think this performance is really good. His vocal has always been good. Then again, his vocal, he doesn't do a whole lot vocally in the song, and a lot of it is the backing. But what he does very successfully.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't been hearing a whole bunch of like clout or hype around Luke Black. So I'm kind of more inclined to think that it is going to be like a definite and like safe qualifier in that criteria. That's my own thing.
I think because there's what 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 countries that I have as like pretty safe qualifiers right now.
Yes,
and we'll talk about that later. I would say Serbia is one of them now. I think this is a song.
I think it's pretty much. I feel like it's pretty much cemented that they're gonna qualify, which is probably why no one's really. I haven't heard.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a case of either we're gonna see this slip into like 8th, 9th, or 10th, similarly to where like Mauro landed last year.
Right.
Greece, Amanda Tenfjord kind of landed in that area. So I could see him at like the lower end of the top 10, or this is going to somehow not flop because he's going to perform it great, but it's going to flop in the voting a la Sheldon Riley. And we're going to get like a really disappointing like 19th, which this doesn't deserve. So, but yeah, I think this was the smartest snippet that we received as well.
Completely.
It was a good snippet.
Yeah. So let's move to Latvia. Sudden Lights. What we saw was the intro, and they're the only country in this semifinal that showed the intro of their song.
Right.
Concerns me ever so slightly. But
delegation reserving. I guess just reserving the show, but like it's. I mean, I wasn't much of a fan of the song going into this week, and that preview doesn't do much for me. So,
this song has grown on me a lot. Even a lot since we talked about it in the semifinal preview video.
Right. What I will say is I do like the staging. I do like.
From what we saw, it's the same staging as what they did at the national selection.
Yeah,
I
didn't watch.
Which was good staging.
Right.
It was a good stage for the Latvian final. But obviously that stage was a lot smaller than the Liverpool Arena. So I don't know how much at that stage you're going to be using if it is the same staging.
The staging looks right.
It does look right, though.
It looks right. That's what I'll say.
The camera work does it justice.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to qualify. If they qualify, I think they're going to be the shock qualifier.
Yeah, definitely. Completely.
And you know what? Seeing as how they're on a 5-year non-qualifying streak, I would honestly be so thrilled if Latvia qualified.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I do think the other country with a 5-year non-qualifying streak will break that this year.
That being
Georgia.
Yes.
I think we haven't heard the second rehearsal yet. I feel very confident in saying that Edu will qualify because I know what her live vocal sounds like, and I feel pretty confident. I feel pretty confident in that. But
I don't think this is. I wouldn't say. I would say never say never, but right now I don't think this is going through.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them.
Yeah. Portugal, Mimicat, Curaçao.
Yeah, no.
That heart looks horrible. Anyway,
why is there so much green?
I know.
I would have done like yellow. Like my pattern would have been yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green. Like that's whatever.
Yeah, like that.
Anyway.
Anyways.
I like it.
So good here.
She looks amazing.
This is from the performances. This is growing on me a lot.
I'm so glad. Yes.
That makes me very happy too. I also really love this dress.
I don't know why I didn't like it when I watched the national final performance. I think all they've done is take out the sofa, and I'm loving it now.
It could be the wig, and it could be that like feather flapper.
I think I don't know what they did in Portugal. Just felt typical.
Yeah, I mean it's not all that different.
Oh,
it's not super different.
I don't know what it is. It's just the sofa. I don't like furniture. There we go.
Okay. Work, Diva. Work. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. No, I think her vocal has always been consistently good. It's not in, the pitch that she sings it in the studio version, and that's fine. Not everybody's is. Some people's aren't even close.
Logan, it's the same key that she's always sang in the same key.
Correct. Musical terms. Some people don't sing in the same key.
Well, we'll talk about it.
We sure will. But no, she's wonderful. I hope this qualifies.
I hope so too.
I think the final would be lacking without Mimicat there.
Yeah,
agreed.
She's also one that, for me, selfishly, I think could do exactly what her compatriot Maro did last year and somehow sneak her way into a top 10.
I would root for that, honestly.
I think a lot of it depends on where she's at in the final. I love Maro so much. I think I've moved that up, honestly, to my favorite song from last year. I think it's kind of eclipsed everything else, and it is Portugal now. No, I think she looks great. She's worn 2 different wigs now. In both.
I don't think that's a wig. That doesn't look like a wig.
Well, she wore a wig in the TV.
She wore a wig. Oh, did she?
It was like a ponytail. It was like a big flip ponytail situation. It may not be a wig, and it might just be additions to her natural hair, which is great. Love it.
I think this looks really good.
Hurricane did a lot of that in 2021. I'm not mad at an extension. Let me make that very clear. But no, I'm very hopeful for.
I'm very hopeful.
Yeah. So.
Oh God. I wasn't expecting this.
Nope. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not. It was not a gold glitter bodysuit, and everybody else in black suits with gold fringe. That is not what I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting this either. I was expecting what he usually wears, where it's like, you know, he'll have like no shirt underneath, but then he'll have the pants up to his belly.
I remember,
and then the jacket over it.
I remember when we got behind the scenes photos of like the prop department, and I saw that giant staircase. I was like, oh, I wonder who that. And then, Ireland? Excuse me? Ireland?
Y'all realize that Johnny Logan won Eurovision in 1987, right? We can get rid of the 80s outfits. Like, I don't.
Right.
I'm disappointed because I'm gonna be really honest. This song has grown on me just ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly.
Like, it's gotten to the point where like it's not my least favorite song of the year.
No.
Sometimes it dips out of my bottom 7. Right. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I will
say though. I think this is the worst I've heard his vocals. This is the worst I've heard him.
He didn't sound great.
Yeah, he didn't sound great.
What's
with the weird hand thing? It's like there's a fucking hand in the middle of the butt plug, and like.
No, it's in the main stage. It's not in the butt plug.
Is it not?
No, it's in the main.
It should be on the butt plug.
It should be, absolutely.
I don't see.
I just.
Sorry. And why do they have? Yeah, go ahead. No. So, like, why is there a pyro on this performance? This doesn't feel like. It doesn't feel like that kind of song that needs that much budget to put towards it.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like their best performance was during their national final.
Can we give the Irish broadcasting rights to Eurovision to the Irish broadcaster and not the English one, please? I honestly think they would do so much better. If they sent a song in Irish, genuinely, I think it would do very well.
I mean, we saw how well it did in Junior Eurovision.
Exactly. Sophie Lennon came, what, fourth?
Fourth place.
A miraculous fourth place that I was not expecting, but was so thrilled for my girl Sophie.
Just
let her age up. She'll compete Eurovision, what, 2025 or 26?
And her sister will compete in Junior.
Period. As it should be. As it fucking should be. No, I'm disappointed. I don't want to talk about Ireland anymore. Why does he look naked?
No.
I stole that from Sam. Sam said it earlier, but
yeah.
Why is he gold?
What?
Logan, have you watched?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I have to do something that I don't think I've ever done in a Eurovision video. I have to go on a rant here because I'm incredibly frustrated with the staging of this song. I've been vocal in saying I'm not a huge fan of this song. I understand the message, I appreciate the message, and I appreciate what they're doing. I just find at the end of the day, for me, with a Western lens, and I fully acknowledge that I have a more Western lens, and I'm not like cued into everything that happens in Europe and things like that. It just feels tacky. And I have a real problem with the fact that they are now being shown and presumably will be at some point in their performance just in their underwear. And I have a problem with that because of the way that the EBU treated Ronella Hayati last year at Eurovision, saying that her performance was too scandalous. They literally had to change everything after the first rehearsal because the EBU said, no, that's too much. But grown-ass men in their underwear is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
It's
not the first time either, because they allowed Måns Zelmerlöw to be naked on stage during 2016.
With that being,
well, he was naked and he had like a wolf like stuffed animal kind of covering his nether regions.
Well, no one cares if it's men. If
Okay.
men are doing it, it's funny, haha. If women are doing it, it's how dare you. Can we stop sexism at Eurovision, please? Thank you. With that being said, unfortunately, I think there is a shot Croatia qualifies, and I'm going to be upset.
Yes. I will admit it is. I cannot help how catchy it kind of is. I'm not saying I like the song. The staging's not doing it any justice, though. It's pretty much like the same as what they did.
It's very psychedelic. I'll give it that. It's very psychedelic, and I think that's the kind of thing they're going for. The weird fucking that comes out of their heads and their hands when they put their hands up, and the text comes out of their hands. I kind of like that. It's giving Super Mario when the coin just appears over there.
Wait, no, because can we get that cameraman that slipped on the streamer again?
Please.
And have him slip again?
Oh my god, that would be the only thing remotely interesting about this performance.
No, I hate it still.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Switzerland, Remo Ferrer.
I'm very, very, very.
I'm very excited.
This song has grown on me so much.
I told y'all.
And he can sing live.
He can really sing live.
He can really sing live.
I was worried because he was one of the few people.
There are like at the most minor like bit of like pitch issues and like shakiness. But
I think Sacha Jean-Baptiste has done a really, really good job with this staging. I'm impressed.
Absolutely.
I think for the second year in a row, if Switzerland qualifies, it's because of the staging. And I'm pretty sure Sacha did their staging last year as well. Which was some of my staging of last year. I did love the staging for Boys Do Cry, but
again, like if that was a woman, I don't know. Like the suit is kind of revealing, and if that was a woman,
I could not agree with you more as far as like the gender differences. However, I fuck with this suit so hard. I want it.
I love this suit.
I love this suit.
What I have an issue with, why are we doing boy band choreography in the chorus of this?
Sorry.
He's like,
this choreo gave me
what are we doing?
It gave me Belgium last year.
Say, I'm gonna miss you.
No. Okay, we are not disrespecting Jeremy McKees on this podcast. That man is an icon.
Yes, he is. And he sounds a lot better singing it now than he did when he did it on the stage. However,
he still sounded pretty good. But anyway,
still sounded good. But okay, so yeah, I don't see it for this song. If it was like a Park and Bark, similarly to Maria Spirit, with the same staging as what we are showing, I feel like it would be a lot more effective as a Park and Bark than it would with boy band choreo.
I'm interested to see what's happening before, because what we see in the clip is I presume the first chorus, because he still seems like energetic enough, and you see all of the smoke, and like we start the clip, and there's just like wafting smoke, and I'm like, okay, so like I'm curious to see what they're going to do in this first half with this smoke situation, whether it's just going to be like present the whole time, or whether there's like a moment where there's a lot of smoke, water gun, whatever.
Yes, I think we'll be using smoke. I would love to see the smoke for this.
I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Yes.
So Sam Ryder's doing a free concert on the Wednesday. I went to get tickets and they're sold out.
Well, of course they are.
It's at the Cavern Club, which is where the Beatles began.
Work. Oh, that's fun. Any other thoughts on good old Remo?
I do love Remo.
I remember we talked about it before we started.
Remo's becoming my favorite. Remo is my favorite out of those three now. The three like male ballads.
Are we expanding?
Three English ballads.
Okay.
Well, okay. There's more than the three male English ballads.
Yeah, 3 English male.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
I think of the ballads, this is becoming one of my favorites. I think this would be my second place.
Yeah, I would agree. This is one of my favorite ballads of the year.
Go, Raymond.
Okay, here's where I get frustrated. Israel only showed the dance break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they worried? This is the one I was saying. This is the one I think is the most strategic of this set. Are they worried about Noah's vocal?
Vocal.
Because
we have no idea how it sounds live because she probably is the only one out of all 37 acts that did not go to any of these like.
I thought she did Israel. She did Israel Calling.
Did she?
She had to have.
She had. I would have. If there was one, I would assume it would be Israel Calling.
Shocked had she not.
Hold on.
Right. But
right now.
No, that's where I'm like, are you worried about her vocal then if you're not showing it? What I will say, the dance break, phenomenal.
Amazing dance break.
It's giving us phenomenal. Like truly, like I was very impressed with her dance break. She looked like, and this is not shade, I mean this in the most like complimentary way. She looked like a drag queen doing stunts all over the stage.
Drag queen. A drag queen.
But I mean that in the most complimentary way because she was doing these like tricks and like everything, and it was so good.
Very well executed.
But I'm like,
Lewis and I talked about it. I think like yesterday or something. But this like square prop thingy, rotating square, like the thing that Noah's doing right now, like I love it.
It's really good.
I don't know if she performed at Israel Calling, you know.
They must really not be confident about her live vocal.
There, because she had like some sort of interview. Oh. Yeah, she just did like press interviews and whatnot.
That's fucking
fun.
That's great. Ooh, is this gonna be the Pia Maria?
I don't know. Is there a universe where Israel shock and Hughes and Malta gets the 10th spot?
Oh my god!
Could you imagine if they start revealing the qualifiers for the final and we start with Malta? Could you imagine?
That would be crazy.
That would be
crazy. That would be almost as good as the first qualifier is Switzerland.
That's what it was last year, wasn't it?
It was literally they started with Switzerland and everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
I was happy.
You were.
I was happy.
It was a fine song. I don't listen to it anymore. It was
great.
a fine
song. Was great.
Sasha Jean-Baptiste did a great job for them.
Marissa's other music, aside from Boys Who Cry, amazing.
Great, love it. Any other thoughts on Noah? I'm concerned now.
I'm concerned. Please give us more
vocals.
Like, give us a vocal. We want to hear how she sounds.
I low-key hope she doesn't have a good vocal and it's shock and Hughes. Dead ass. I'm just...
Yeah, it could be the Austria of...
No, it
like,
would be it would be the Israel of this year because Michael Ben...
oh, yeah, he didn't hear it.
What's his face? I almost called him a slur. Oof, not
Michael
today.
Ben David.
I almost called him something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Moldova, our King Pasha, not wearing a full shirt. Shocker.
No.
I was kind of shocked about that too. I love his outfit.
He is just, I'm happy he's here. I really am happy that he's here. It's great staging from what we see.
It's great staging. His vocals from that 30-second clip, not the best.
Not the absolute best, not the worst.
Not the worst.
But that is a lower section because they only showed like bridge into chorus.
Yeah.
But
I definitely prefer the performance to the song. I think that's something I've established for myself.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this is slipped down in my rankings, not for any particular reason. It's just there are other songs that have like grown on me a lot more. There's one in particular. There's one in particular that actually might make my top 10 when we do our jury rankings, and I think you all might be genuinely shocked.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I like Pasha. I think he's got a pretty safe bet at qualifying, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would be thoroughly shocked if Moldova didn't qualify.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would also agree.
Yeah. Well, we have come to the point in our program where we must discuss what used to be a 1-ton panini press that is now probably a half-ton mini waffle maker that is sandwiching Loreen on the Eurovision stage.
They've really tried. Like they tried to keep the concept. They were probably better off coming up with something new.
Honestly, all I needed them to do is get rid of the base and use the LED stage as the base and just have the movable part up.
Even that would have worked.
That would have worked. That would have worked a lot better.
Because then you could have done some really tight choreo, a la Euphoria almost, where you get the tight shots, you have the fog. I don't think it's bad by any means, and I do think that the Swedish delegation did the best that they could with what they were given. Absolutely. I just think it's a bit unfortunate that Loreen had that concept going into Melfest, because there really was no way they were going to replicate that. I thought they could have pulled it off had it all been on the butt plug. Yeah, she's doing that on the main stage.
Right.
And I think had they been able, it would have been a lot more difficult to rig. But I think had they been able to pull it off in the butt plug stage, I think that it maybe would have been a little bit more effective, because that's about the same size, I would say, roughly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope she emerges at some point from the mini waffle maker. And I do hope she has like space to move around the stage. I don't see a universe where she doesn't make the final. What I will say is I am a little concerned about her vocal.
Also concerned about
her vocal because that preview was
well, yeah.
It wasn't we've heard her sing better.
I would like to think she's reserving her energy for an audience.
100%. I also think she does have that sort of vocal tone where in the studio you get a very different version than in the real performance, because in the live performance she draws certain words out and she has such a beautiful raspy twangy tone to the way that she sings and the way that she enunciates.
Yeah.
Even with
that was an issue I had earlier. I was going to bring it up with Malta. Malta had a really difficult problem with enunciation.
Also breath control. I noticed that with Malta.
I did write down breath control as well, and I think the same goes for Loreen here. I mean, she knows what this is. She knows how to pace herself throughout a Eurovision fortnight. Like, I'm not worried about her vocal quality when it comes to the semifinal, and I'm not worried about it in the final.
No.
I think there is a universe where maybe she doesn't win the semifinal.
Maybe.
I could see that.
If it turns out that Carrier's winning the semifinal, I think after this preview and after all of that, the clear cut. I've got a phone call. You talk away. Go ahead.
The clear cut winner, I would say. I think I'm going to continue the thought with Karia. Yeah.
I definitely do agree with that. Karia's looking really good.
We'll talk about Karia in a sec.
We'll talk about his staging later, but yes, no. I vocally and everything is good about Loreen except for her pitch vocally, and then obviously the staging.
But she looks beautiful.
She is. She looks great.
Gorgina. Absolutely stunning.
was not an important phone call. It was like, hey, are you struggling to pay your blah blah blah? No, right. Anyway, I think that the race for the win has just got tighter.
A lot.
I think it is a very, very close 3-horse race now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we all agree on who the third horse is?
No.
Maybe with you, Logan. I'll agree with you.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
if it's the country I'm thinking of,
I think it's Austria.
I was gonna say Austria.
I was gonna say Austria. I don't know. I need to see tomorrow.
I think tomorrow would help us a lot.
Yeah, but anyway, we've come to the point in our program where we have to discuss Azerbaijan.
Giving us Woodstock.
It's giving Uva Pahinanden, but the Wish version.
Like what I ordered versus what I got.
They sound great.
Literally. This is what I got, and Uva Pahinanden was what I ordered.
The thing is, they're wearing more than Uva Pahinanden.
They sound great. First of all,
They do. They sound.
They sound good.
I completely disagree. I think the twin in purple was sharp the entire performance.
I didn't think so.
I did.
But also we didn't get much from the twin in green.
We didn't get anything from the twin in green.
I saw the little preview clips, like the TikTok clip for this, and I was very disappointed. Then I watched the YouTube video, which was like the TV clips. I was like, okay, this actually kind of works.
Kind of. That panel's cute. The broken heart panel.
It's just a really rough going after Loreen.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
The broken heart panel. Well, sorry.
You're fine.
What I'll say about the broken heart panel, it feels typical. It feels
the wrong place, Belgium.
It feels too on the nose.
I've seen this critique actually a lot throughout like the Eurovision coverage that I've seen. A lot of people have said that this song sounds like a song that's been shopped around for a while and landed somewhere. And I know that's not true because they're both Azerbaijani, and this is the first time that Azerbaijan has sent a song written by someone Azerbaijani, I think, since like 2017.
I mean, they did write the song themselves.
Yeah, they are the sole co-writers on the song.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like no one in the last like 5 or 6 years has written the song who was Azerbaijani for Azerbaijan. So I think it's an unfortunate year. I think honestly, if this was in semi 2, I think it stands a chance. Because there's something different about it. There's something different enough about it to where it could stand out. It's so differently different that you don't want to do it, but you do. No,
but that's what it's supposed to look like.
You put it in the oven for 746 days. I love that one with every fiber of my being. Any other thoughts on Azerbaijan?
I still love it. I'm going to love the song. I think it's going to be one of my favorite songs.
This song,
it's a good song.
It's grown on me just a little bit. It's still not my favorite. Would I be upset if this qualified? I think so.
The performance doesn't do much, but it's one of those songs that you can't do much to. Like, if they ended up doing much of more of a performance, it wouldn't feel right. It would.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Let's talk about Czechia. I am so excited. I think we're back to seeing Czechia in the top 10 of the final.
Sure.
So, you know how I say my opinions on Eurovision songs change like the wind?
Oh no, do you not like this anymore?
No, do you remember? I hated.
No,
I hated.
he had it
I
as
did.
Twitter.
I had it on my chair. This performance has won me over.
Yay!
I love.
Yeah. Okay. I really enjoy the staging too. I think there could be even more. I think they can go even further with it. I really do it. I love the ponytails that they're carrying.
Also, I feel like it's the only one that I've seen so far that actually uses the back LED. That how the function that pushes the LED forward out a bit, like the middle panel. The middle panel.
Yes.
I love that they're making use of that function.
I think Ireland did that as well, and it just wasn't as noticeable.
Right.
So I know there's still 2 more countries to talk about, but I'm just gonna say this is my favorite staging of the semifinal from what we saw in these clips. Like, this is so smart. I think the backing LED with the hands and the arms is so powerful. And I think everything that this delegation and this group has done so far has been so intentionally smart.
Yeah. And I love the way they change it thematically as soon as she starts rapping. The way the complete change.
That was really cool. Yeah, I felt like that's the best their vocals have sounded to.
This is the biggest improvement from national selection to now. Like, their harmonies, they weren't perfect harmonies.
I agree.
But I think they were much better. I was really happy with the way that they sounded. I think the lead vocalist, I don't know her name, but the lead vocalist who sings in English, she was a little flat in the My Sister's Crown moment.
Yes, but I'll agree. I also felt like the rap needed more intensity. I think she's preserving her energy, but just from that clip.
With rap, I don't know, I'm not a rapper, but I'm assuming you need to feed off the adrenaline of an actual audience to
that's
be
true.
As intense as that.
Yeah, but I feel like again they're. I was gonna bring up the point that I don't know how long they were together at the time of their national final, but I feel like going through this Eurovision journey, I feel like having more. Being able to have more of that chemistry together kind of really causes that harmony to sound the way it does. And it feels like they're a lot more in sync with each other than they did before.
I believe they've been a group for about 1.5 years, 2 years.
Okay.
So that definitely does kind of exhibit that. I think there is a shot that this gets Czechia their best performance ever. I think there is a universe where they get top 5.
What is Czechia's best so far?
6th with Lie to Me to 2018.
Oh, Mikolas
Joseph.
Yeah. And so, the rest I don't even think are close.
No.
Friend of a friend, I think.
Friend of a friend. Yeah. So friend of a friend only got 11th.
Yeah.
And then
that's probably close.
We Are Domi unfortunately got 22nd. 22nd. And then I Stand got 25th, and those are the only times that they've qualified.
Right. No, I'm very, very happy that my opinions have changed.
I'm thrilled. Also, fun fact, We Are Domi got 4th in semifinal 2 last year.
They did. You remember? No, but I'm super excited to see this one twice.
I'm thrilled.
Twice.
Netherlands. It's Mia and Dion. Now, these two have been through a fucking
journey. They've been through the ringer.
Mainly Dion.
To the point where they had to bring the key up a semitone and a half.
No, a full tone and a half.
A full tone and a half.
So 3 semitones.
3, yes.
Okay, Sam.
Words. Yes. I'm like, Sam knows it better than I do, but it's now they're singing in this weird, I don't like the key they're singing in now. I'm gonna be real honest.
Okay, I don't like the key singing in because it doesn't do justice for Dion.
Oh, I was gonna say it doesn't do justice for Mia.
Oh, Mia too. Actually, I'll agree with that too. Either of them, really.
Well,
I think
so we heard that. What was that one? Was it Madrid or was it Barcelona? I don't remember.
It was either one of those. I do remember
where
what you're.
Oh,
even their Eurovision concert in Amsterdam. Bless you.
They fell so far in everyone's rankings and odds as soon as that performance dropped. Yeah. I think it's better. I do think there's a universe where they don't qualify.
Oh, completely.
And I think if that's the case, I think it's going to be mostly on Dion, because Mia's vocals have been more consistent throughout what we've heard thus far. Mm-hmm. With that said, I love this clip and what we saw, and I love the treadmill effect that we're getting in the butt plug stage. And I think what they're doing is really, really smart. Obviously, good old Dunk was part of this, so I'm not surprised that we're seeing what?
Not anymore.
What?
Well, he was.
I thought I heard somewhere. Yes, he was. I remember hearing somewhere that he was like keeping distance from them. I don't know why.
Oh no, he's back with them now.
Oh, he is.
No, so what? So so after that first pre-party performance, they did a couple more pre-party performances, and Duncan was not there for either of them. Mm-hmm. And then they got pulled from some sort of other pre-party performance or whatnot.
Wasn't it Madrid?
Maybe. They got pulled from Madrid, and I assume that's because Duncan decided, you know what, look, everyone reconvene.
Hi, we're gonna change it up. Shit together, y'all.
Right, exactly.
We've been doing very good the last few years, and that's not gonna change. So
Duncan's with them still.
Good.
Duncan is in Liverpool with them right now.
Well, he's also an interval act, so I would hope so.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
Staging wise, I love this.
It's great.
I love the rotation on the It's very Harry Styles Grammys, but the rotating stage actually worked.
Oh no, it was giving me sister. It was giving very sister.
I do love the staging. I love what's going on with the LEDs and the shadowy effects and the whatnot, and
the smoke is kind of the cherry on top
and
of it too.
the parallel walk, that shot where they're walking parallel to each other. I love that. I don't like. I think they're keeping from the acoustic performance they did on some sort of TV show last week. I think they're keeping the backing vocals. I don't like those backing vocals.
I don't either.
Because
it throws off the rest of the song. Because if the original song is and now they're singing it's like something like that. I'm not doing it.
No, but the echo. There's lyrics in the verse that get echoed by some sort of backing vocal.
Oh yeah, in that first verse you hear psycho kind of thing.
Isn't that in
that first line
in the studio?
What's the lyric? No, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to
any joy anymore from the same old psycho. Yeah, it's in the studio version, isn't it?
It's in the studio.
No, I meant right. What's the name of this song?
Burning Daylight.
Burning Daylight.
Wow, you love this song and you don't even know the name.
Hold on.
Wow.
So what I was gonna say about it, and I probably already mentioned it, but the key doesn't do either of them justice. Especially because of the impact of Dion's powerful vocals in the studio recording. I was hoping they would lower the key rather than higher it or raise it. I was hoping maybe kind of to keep that depressing feel. Doing a full tone down.
Yeah. Oh, a full tone down.
Yeah. So then instead of the it's sorry, I had to find the note.
It's I'm sorry, I'm just human. I'm losing myself. I'm chasing high. Okay.
Like that's what I'm thinking for.
I mean,
like,
that's how I would sing it because I would have to drop it. But
exactly. No, and I feel like that should have happened with
yeah,
them.
okay.
And I know Mia's still able to nail the I can't.
Or even honestly, why not just have them harmonize through the whole chorus? Have Dion drop a tone and have Mia sing at the normal pitch, and it would create a really lovely harmony, don't you think?
Oh yeah, no, a lower harmony actually would sound really good.
I don't know.
Because at least Dion's still singing up there.
Exactly.
When Mia's like singing the melody. I see your point.
Yeah.
That actually would be amazing.
I don't know.
So like the
I did it. I
so
heard that
like the I guess a hero, and then there's like a I guess.
Oh yeah, that's in the studio.
I don't like. Oh, is it?
That is.
It is.
But like,
well, because I was giving the same example, but from Dion's first.
Oh, I don't remember if there was a choir effect in the studio.
There's some sort of choir effect on some.
A little bit, but I don't think it's
words.
It's about as much choir effect as there is on Arcade. So
I don't think.
Anyways, anyway,
it's my biggest question mark on whether this qualifies or not.
Is it my biggest question mark? I think I would agree with my second being Switzerland.
I think I put Malta, Switzerland, and Netherlands in the question mark.
Yes.
I think I would agree with you. But we'll talk about that after we talk about Finland. It's just a man on a box.
This is a great shot.
A man on a box.
This is an amazing shot. You get the faces of the dancers.
Oh my god.
It's the woman on the right for me.
Oh, it's the woman on the right for me.
She had that exact same face during the nationals.
It's so just, I mean, it's just a man on a box singing about having a good time after a shitty work week. And you know what? I love it.
They've reworked the stage so well while still keeping the same theme.
Oh, yeah.
My question is, does he jump off of the giant box? Does he jump from there?
Is he going to jump from there?
Is he going to jump from there? I think he might. I think he's crazy enough. It may not be in the plan, but I think he's crazy enough to do it on the night.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't put him.
No, especially in the final. I feel like in the final, he'd be way more likely to do it.
What is he landing on, though?
The stage.
The stage.
That's a
like probably a 10-foot drop.
Breaking your ankle for sympathy votes.
Honestly. Lord Jesus.
Wow.
I love this. I fucking love this.
It's crazy. It's party.
It's crazy. It's
great
party.
Things. Great things.
Great things. It looks amazing, especially on the bridge. On the the way the whole stage just turns gay. I love it.
No, it's when he sings that first chorus, like, and he emerges from that smoke. Which, by the way, there could use a bit less smoke when it's just that shot of him.
I agree.
But when you get that backdrop of like his shadow, and it's almost like beat on beat.
Right.
Yeah.
And I found that super cool. And even when he sticks his tongue out and does the whole like
the projection when he sticks his tongue out and it comes out like the projection, the tongue is like really long, almost like a venom.
Mm-hmm. Like a snake, kind of
like the Venom, like the Marvel character Venom.
Oh yes.
Oh,
it looks amazing.
And then they open the crate and you get a lot of smoke and the dancers come out of it. Ooh.
They've nailed it. They've fucking nailed it. They've hit it out of the park with this performance.
Yeah, I completely agree. I I realized it would be kind of cute for us to have a little graphic to show when we talk about who we think is qualifying and not. So, and I
Right.
realized that.
Oh, is that the last one?
I realized
That is the last one.
Yeah,
Korea
that's the
is
last one.
closing out the semifinal.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Did you?
I did. I just forgot. Finland's going to be my favorite live. I pretty much determined that for myself.
I think it will be for me too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I do still think it's a really good song. It's dropped a little bit in my personal rankings. Again, I'm
Oh my
not
God.
entirely sure why, but like,
It's
I still
actually
think it's
risen
good.
for me. It's risen for me.
I love it. I'm very excited to do our jury video because I think all of our opinions are going to be so different.
Oh my God. Can we do it like a fake, like actual, like how they do it on the thing? We'll get you a.
That's so much to
we'll
execute.
get you a green screen Toronto, and then
Oh my God.
I'll be green screen to like Media City, be like AJ Dudu, be like from Salford. Get in.
I'll just be in a desert.
We've been to where they had the backdrop for last year. We've been down there.
That's right.
What? Oh no, there's only 15.
That bridge is where AJ was.
I do recognize it. Okay.
I mean, she wasn't actually on the bridge. It was
green screen, but we were there.
She was on a green screen bridge. And that's all that matters.
About 10 when she actually recorded.
Okay.
Right.
I'm done. Okay, here we go. We're sharing my screen now. I did it. I just had to make all of the hearts smaller, but here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's cute. That's very cute.
I have all these saved. I've been using them for the thumbnails, so I just have all of them saved.
Good.
Shout out Migs in the bottom.
Wait, what?
We can see Migs and Will. And
oh, yeah, that's.
I'm assuming that's for the graphics for.
Not anymore, bitch.
All that jazz.
Okay.
Game over, bitch.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. Okay. Can y'all see it well enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So how are we doing this?
So I put them all in the center. And then we're gonna do who we think are the automatic qualifiers, who we think is not qualifying, and then just sort them from there.
Cute.
Right. I think for me, there are 5 that I think are automatically qualifying.
Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I know the 5 that you're referring to.
I'm gonna just say I know for a fact all the Scandinavian countries were in agreement.
Yes.
No question.
I think
personally, based on everything and based on that performance, I think Czechia is definitely.
I think Czechia is another one we can all agree on.
I absolutely agree.
I think we can agree. Personally, I wouldn't have it there, but I agree that it's definitely going to be there. Moldova.
That's not who I was originally thinking.
That's not who I had in mind either.
Okay, wow.
But that Moldova was kind of like my 6th in terms of automatic.
I think I would agree.
Who do we think it goes there then?
Serbia.
So it's Serbia for me too.
Oh, Luke Black. Yeah, duh. Yes, of course.
Those were the 5 that I had in mind.
Out of everyone here.
Of everybody here. Who would be the 10? Okay, and then I think we can all safely say Azerbaijan is not qualifying.
I know, yeah. I agree on that.
I think we can safely say that Latvia is not qualifying.
Yeah, Latvia is not qualifying.
Ireland's not qualifying.
I'm gonna say Ireland's not qualifying. Yeah.
And that's about all I feel comfortable definitively putting in.
I feel like we can all agree that realistically Moldova probably qualifies too.
I would agree.
Yeah. Even though it might not be.
Personal taste, I wouldn't have it then. But
Yes.
Yeah.
Have we just lost? No, it's fine.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
think
6,
So there's 6.
I would put Portugal qualifying.
I would root for it, and I would be all for it.
Personal taste, I wouldn't have it there, but I think it's gonna be there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that leaves 5.
Because personal taste is not a prediction.
No, it's not.
Devon. Right. I did not. No, we're meant to be in our good books. Love you, Devon.
There's one
I want
other
to
one
swap
I
it.
feel confident on.
I think there might be
Hold
one
on.
other one that I feel. Wait. Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh,
Okay.
I don't know about the rest of these.
There might be one other one I feel confident on. Not for me personally.
Not
But
for me personally either.
I think Israel.
Oh, not what I had in mind.
I was.
think Israel.
You think Israel's qualifying?
I think Israel.
I could see Israel I think I could see Israel more on the qualifying side than
That's who I thought it. That's who I was thinking.
Right. But we haven't seen anything, and it's frustrating.
We haven't seen anything vocally.
Right.
So that leaves Netherlands, Croatia, Malta, and Switzerland.
Only 2 more.
Mm-hmm. I could personally see, and it might not be because
this is televote.
It's televote.
I'm thinking Switzerland.
That's
not what I had.
I think
Switzerland goes.
That's not what I had in mind either.
Yeah.
I'm not happy to say this out loud. I think Croatia qualifies.
I know what you're thinking because I'm kind of.
It's not happening. Don't. It's not happening.
From what I've seen, I think it's got a shot.
It's not happening.
I hope you're right, but I do honestly think it is.
I hope you're not. But
I don't think it is.
If I had to name two of these 4, if I had to name 2 of these 4, honestly, I think it would be Croatia, Switzerland.
I would also say the same.
I'd say. Oh.
I would be way more happy with any other permutation of the other 3, but
we're all saying Switzerland.
We're all saying Switzerland, so I suppose we can put that there.
I think Netherlands is too depressing to win a telephone.
No, but I think the song itself, performance aside,
I say that Boys Do Cry made it, so who knows?
Right.
But they had a jury as well, so
exactly.
There's no jury.
I know. Like last year, Marius was probably helped by a jury.
Oh, yes. Marius got most of his semifinal points from the jury.
That is
true. There's too much uncertainty about Netherlands.
I feel like kind of what kind of weighs it into like an equal playing field, quote unquote, is kind of the hype the song itself has gotten as well.
Yeah.
Because once it came out, a lot of people were like, "Yo, this is a good song," until they started performing well.
I don't know.
I just feel like it's the 3. I feel like it's Croatia because they've been consistent and because they constantly play up that shock value. As much as I hate to say it, I think it's gonna be Croatia.
Well, if we're going off of consistency of these 3, honestly, for me it would be Malta, because I do think Croatia was like the lead vocalist was flat during the snippet that we saw. And while me and Dion are working in a different key now, I think despite the enunciation issues, I think if it's consistency we're going on, for me, then it would be Malta.
I'll agree with that, actually.
I'm happy for Malta too.
I would be happy to put Malta there.
I'm fine with that. I do think it's gonna be Croatia, unfortunately. But I'm very happy to put Malta in the qualifying because not many other people have. So that's that. Our qualifiers.
I think that's our prediction.
That's our prediction.
Yeah, in no particular order, our qualifiers for semi 1 are Sweden, Finland, Norway, Czechia, Serbia, Moldova, Portugal, Israel, Switzerland, and Malta, with Azerbaijan, Latvia, Ireland, Croatia, and Netherlands missing out on the final. I think there's just a lot of up in the air at this point, and we will see what happens. We will be back once the second rehearsals for semifinal 2 are out. We'll be back talking about those. Once the
there's changes from the first rehearsal, so I'm excited to talk about it.
A couple of delegations have been like, so we're changing things.
Yeah.
Most notably Lithuania, which I'm nervous.
I've noticed a lot of costume because they're doing rehearsals right now.
Yeah.
I've noticed a couple of costume changes.
So just so because I need clarification on this. So the first rehearsal was Monica in that orange dress, right? That orange outfit, or was that second?
We'll talk about it when we go live. But
to answer your question, that was first.
Right.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
We'll talk about Monica tomorrow.
Yes.
Or whenever we go. Whenever we go
tomorrow, probably actually.
Yeah. Will we drop it tomorrow? We'll drop it tomorrow.
Probably. Yeah. So we'll be back. We'll be back with the semifinal 2 reaction and prediction. We'll do the same for that. Whenever the big 6 get through their second rehearsal, we'll also probably be here talking about that. And then week of,
we'll be discussing show we'll discuss the carpet, we'll discuss semifinal 1, semifinal 2, the final. Also, vlog content. Get ready for Lewis and Aneesa does Eurovision working title. We'll figure out a title of Logan. You decided DragCon over us, so
I didn't have $2,000 to spend, Lewis.
Fair.
As much as I would love to be there right now, and it's probably the most convenient Eurovision I'm gonna have in like 15 years. Unfortunately. I mean, it wouldn't be too inconvenient if Austria won.
Right.
Spain. But we'll talk about it. So yeah, we've got a ton of week of content going on. We're not going to be doing anything on the days of the semifinals and the final, just because we're all going to be worn out and all of that. So we're going to be doing our uploads Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday of that week. Sunday as well, so we can look at points and we can look at scores, because that's the stuff that I love looking at and I get so excited to look at on Sunday mornings after Eurovision. So we'll be back with all of that, but coming up shortly, we'll be back with our semifinal 2 reaction and prediction. So make sure to subscribe so you know when we do that. Otherwise, like, comment, share, do all the things. We've done Eurovision content throughout the whole year, so if you want to go back and see what we thought about every single song of the national selection this year, except for San Marino, go check us out. I'm tired. I don't know anymore. Bye.
Bye-bye. Mama.